What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Las Palmas versus Barcelona in La Liga. Club football in La Liga is back after the Christmas and New Year's break, and Barcelona return to action in what will be a crucial second half of the season. This match will conclude the first round of La Liga, where you play every team once. Then we're going to start the rotation of playing everyone for the second time. Right now, Barcelona are not doing too well in La Liga for our expectations and being the reigning champions. This is a big moment for Barcelona to really bounce back in this very crucial month of January. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get the 200 likes this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9:30 p.m. local time, so half an hour later than our usual kickoff time. And this match will be taking place at the Gran Canaria Stadium, which of course Barcelona haven't played there in quite some years. And the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch it will be Pablo Gonzalez Fuertes, and on the VAR it will be Mario Lopez. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona currently sit in 4th place in La Liga on 38 points. After playing 18 matches, we only have 11 wins, which is shocking in my opinion. 5 draws and 2 losses. And look at our last 5 games in the league, it is a horrendous record of 2 draws, 1 loss, and 2 wins. Barcelona's recent form in the league has been nothing short of abysmal. You do have Atletico Madrid on the same amount of points as us on 38, but they do have 5 goal difference better than us, and that's why they sit in 3rd place. Of course, our 2 losses this season happened against Real Madrid and Girona at the top of the table, where they're sat on 45 points and Madrid are first based on 9 goal difference better. I would like to highlight that 5th place, by the way, is Athletic Club, who are on 35 points. So we're 3 points off of dropping outside the top 4, which would be I can't even put into words how terrible that would be. But there is a big lifeline for Barcelona this match day, because if you take a look at the top teams and who they'll be facing this midweek action, Real Madrid will be hosting Mallorca at the Santiago Bernabeu. That should be an easy 3 points. Let's hope for a draw, but I think it'll be a Madrid win. But 2nd versus 3rd, Girona will be hosting Atletico Madrid. Any result here could be a positive for Barcelona. If they draw, Girona and Atletico drop points, we can leapfrog Atletico. If Girona wins, we can leapfrog Atletico. If Atletico wins, we can close the gap to Girona. So any way here would be a positive result for Barcelona. I think the best thing for me would be a draw. Of course, that way both teams end up dropping points. But of course, again, we have to capitalize. Both these matches, by the way, will be taking place today. So we will know the results of these 2 matches before Barcelona plays Las Palmas. So again, more pressure, more incentive for the team to go out there and get the result. We could definitely finish this, La Liga match day in 3rd place and narrow that gap from 1st to 2nd. But again, it is in the hands of the other teams. But also, firstly, we have to do our job in beating Las Palmas. Now, if you take a look at our opponents in Las Palmas and where they're currently standing in the league table, they're currently sat in 9th place in La Liga on 25 points. After playing 18 matches, they have 7 wins, 7 losses, and 4 draws. Look at their last 5 games in the league: 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. But so far this season, especially with their expectation, they're having a great season so far. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Las Palmas. Of course, Las Palmas is one of the newly promoted side this season, and for being 9th place for a newly promoted side is a very, very good start for them so far. Now, the last time we did face them in any competition whatsoever, it was in the 2018 season, where we did play at the Gran Canaria and we dropped points. We drew this match 1-1. This is, I believe, the first season of Ernesto Valverde. I believe we were trying to go to this league season unbeaten as well. We ended up losing to Levante. Second last game of the season, I think it was the last away game of the year, where he rested everyone. Anyways, good times. I mean, roll back the years for me where life was simple. You just watch Barcelona, go to school, and have fun. Now it's adult life. Nonetheless, 1-1 draw. I believe it was Messi who scored first, and then Las Palmas pulled one back before halftime. But this game is too far gone to look into whatsoever. But this is how long Las Palmas has been without being in La Liga. Now, if you take a look at Las Palmas' last 6 matches in all competition. Firstly, in the last match, they lost to Athletic Club 1-0. They drew 1-1 with Cadiz. They beat Alaves 1-0. They won their second Copa del Rey round 2-1. They beat Getafe 2-0. And they also lost to Betis 1-0. But let's take a look at the last 3 games in all competition a bit closer. Firstly is that 1-0 win against Alaves away from home as well. Big result for them to especially push into the top half of La Liga. You have our own player, Julian Araujo, putting in an absolutely fantastic performance for Las Palmas, the best player on the pitch by far. It's a very, very even game. Of course, with it being away, they're going to have that advantage a little bit. Alaves kind of bumped the level to be in the same playing field as Las Palmas. In the end, it was a strong victory for them. They defended very well. They controlled the midfield. They took their chances as well, despite only scoring 1 goal. I think they had 4 chances, 1 goal, which isn't a terrible conversion rate, but in the end, they picked up 3 absolutely massive points. Next up is their 1-1 draw at home with Cadiz. I would count Cadiz not on the same level as Las Palmas. I mean the same levels in terms of personnel. And I think especially being the home team, Las Palmas, you could say, were definitely the favorites. They walk away with only a point. Again, it was a very even matchup, especially with Cadiz being the away side. They kind of dominated that middle of the pitch. And again, for the second game in a row, Las Palmas doing well defensive-wise, but in the end, they couldn't really get the 3 points that they wanted. And now the last match in all competition was a 1-0 loss to Athletic Club. Now again, Athletic Club 3 points behind us in the league. They're playing away at the new MMS, where Barcelona tend to struggle every single season, and they put up a very, very strong fight to the point they conceded a 90th minute winner from Athletic Club. A very undeserving, you could say, 3 points dropped for Las Palmas. I think a draw would have been a fair result. They went out there and they didn't go toe-to-toe, but they survived. They were making it difficult for Athletic Club, and this is something that we can definitely see in the match tomorrow, especially with Las Palmas being at home. That'll give them a bigger advantage. With them going to San Mamés and almost scraping a draw, I think is a big result. Their goalkeeper had an absolutely unbelievable game as well, but nonetheless, they unfortunately walk away with no points. So overall, final thoughts on Las Palmas. I think they're a very good side, very technical as well. They have one of the highest defensive lines in the league as well. They're very well managed by their manager, Gracia Pimienta. If you don't know, he was the former Barca Athletic manager, I believe, before Rafa Marquez. I believe Sergio Barjuan came in for a bit for Barca Athletic and then Rafa Marquez. Nonetheless, Pimienta did a lot of good things for Barcelona, especially for Barca Athletic. When Koeman got sacked, I believe he's one of the favorites to get the job. Even in the summer when Laporta was deciding whether or not to sack Koeman, Pimienta's name was one of the first names on the table. Again, Laporta did sack Pimienta because they didn't have really a good relationship, not because of his work on the pitch. He got the Las Palmas, he got them from the second division to the first division. He's doing unbelievably well for them. They're a very good side. You can see their tactical approach as well is very similar to the one that we saw with Barca Athletic a few years ago. There's big players to look out for. There is quite a few. Again, their goalkeeper has been absolutely unbelievable this season for them. Jonathan Vieira, if you remember back in the day, that 1-1 draw with Barcelona back in the 17-18 season, Jonathan Vieira was there for Las Palmas. He's a very iconic player for Las Palmas. You got a few former Barcelona players as well. You have Munir El Haddadi, of course. He won the treble with Barcelona. You have, I think, Sandro Ramirez plays for them as well, another former Barcelona player. Both were the backup forwards for MSN in the treble season. You also have Mika Marmol as well, another former Barcelona player. We did sell him, I believe, last summer to Las Palmas, the summer before that, if I'm not mistaken. But there are 2 key players that are going to be missing in this game. First up is Alberto Moreno, who has been linked a lot with Barcelona. The next Pedri, he's out with an injury for a few weeks. And also one of the best players this season is our current player, Julian Araujo, who does have that fear clause in his contract. So if he does play this game, Las Palmas will have to pay a penalty of around 300,000 euros to Barcelona. So again, he can play the game, but very unlikely that he will feature at all. Again, it's a very good side, decent personnel, very well managed. They will make the game very difficult for Barcelona. Again, for Barcelona, it's about hitting on the break with pace. The defense isn't really that fast, but again, they do play a very high line, so Barcelona can definitely get in behind. And again, there will be 100%, there will be chances in this game for Barcelona. You just gotta finish them. Again, if we miss a few chances, they come in behind and score. It's going to be an absolutely long day. I feel like Las Palmas will press us a lot, especially being at the home stadium. I don't think they can really sit back. I think once they get that goal or two, then they'll sit back and make it very difficult. So again, the game plan is very clear. It's very obvious as well, and Barcelona have to exploit that from Las Palmas. Time now to get into the press conference reaction of Xavi Hernandez, who did just complete his first press conference of the new year, and let's get and see what he had to say this morning in what is a very important matchup. And of course, with the transfer window lingering as well, he was asked a lot of questions about that as well. So he starts off by saying it's a difficult away match along with Girona. Las Palmas is a revolutionary team of La Liga and has been excellent, very well coached, who knows us well, and Gracia Pimienta, for whom I have a lot of esteem for. I wish him the best, and he's doing a great job. We've trained well, the holidays have gone well, and it's time to show that we can win games by playing well. That for me, key quote, win games by playing well. Let's see if we can implement that on the pitch. I'm told the registration process for Victor Roque is what remains for him. It will be a matter of hours, and I hope to have him tomorrow available for the match. Now, in terms of Victor Roque, the club did announce yesterday that his official number will be number 19. So if they are doing that, they're very, very confident that he will be registered at some point today. We'll see the La Liga website have his name up. I think he will be in that squad list later on today as well for Las Palmas. I think, worst case scenario, he'll travel with the squad, get integrated, but just won't be available for selection for the match. We'll wait and see on that. Xavi then continues on by saying that these remaining 4 or 5 months of the season, we have to find a good line of play. What I say here, I say in the dressing room. I don't send messages to the press and the anger that occurred the other day. It is what it is, of course, referring to the anger at halftime against Almeria. Then asked on the Alex Garcia links recently, saying that, look, I haven't spoken to him. I don't know if we can sign any other player because we depend on financial fair play. Let's see what happens, because at the moment there is no news. Again, the plan is register Victor Roque and ask La Liga how much fair play we have left and see if that's enough to sign anyone in January. Injury update: Inigo Martinez. Said that Inigo Martinez is still not available for tomorrow's match, but he should be available for this weekend's Copa del Rey clash against Barbastro. So having him back before the Super Cup is very, very positive for sure. He's then asked on his New Year resolution, saying I asked for success in 2024, and success is by winning trophies. Pedri is encouraged and happy because he has good feelings. He's doing everything well, and hopefully he returns as soon as possible. He did say a few weeks, so like I said in the previous transfer videos, I think we'll probably see Pedri around the end of January. I don't have any participation in the next few matches, including the Super Cup as well. And then Xavi has asked about Victor Roque again, saying that Victor Roque is available. We'll go little by little with him because we cannot put pressure and too much responsibility on an 18-year-old kid, but we see him prepared. He's training well, and he's adapted very well with the group so far. Perhaps too much importance has been given on this quarrel that I had at halftime against Almeria. It was a positive talk, as we've seen in the second half as the performance progressed. To be fair, he's not wrong. After that Almeria game, the press were just talking about that halftime talk for about 3 or 4 days until Christmas hit, essentially. He's then asked on Messinho. Now, Andre Curry did land in Barcelona this morning. Of course, he's going to be in Barcelona for the presentation of Victor Roque, which is not going to happen today. It has been postponed as well. Of course, with Andre Curry here, Barcelona want to talk about Estabio Willian, him coming in. Xavi then asked about him, saying, look, I've seen very little of him, to be honest, and we're now right now focused on other things. And by other things, he means the games coming up, not other transfer targets. Then asked on Lewandowski and Victor Roque if they can play together. He said that Lewandowski and Victor Roque can adapt and play together. There's no problem with that. He did mention Roque, he can playing as the middle and also on the wing as well. So let's hope that's not going to be a permanent thing. And then when the journalist asked Xavi, would you rather sign Erling Haaland or Mbappe? I mean, this is just a random question out of nowhere. He said, look, I'll stay with the players that I have. I also in a situation the club is in as well. We can't think of signing these kind of caliber players. So basically saying we can't afford it, and I'm happy with the players that we currently have. Frankie's very fundamental for himself. He's a very high level right now. He's one of the best midfielders in the world. He's making a difference, and it shows when he is not with the team. I'm more concerned about the defensive aspect than the offensive aspect one at the moment. We can't concede so many goals. He was mentioning how we built on our defense last season, and now he's more concerned about the defensive aspect, leaking so many goals. Again, it's not really the team, it's more so individual errors that happen in the game that lead to us conceding. Finally, he then was asked on Julian Araujo, of course, the current player out on loan. Las Palmas probably won't play tomorrow due to that fear clause. He was asked about him and his involvement in Barcelona in the future maybe, and Xavi said that Julian Araujo is having a very positive season. He's playing, which is the most important thing, and he's also performing very well. And that concluded Xavi's press conference reaction ahead of the match against Las Palmas tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best to predict his lineup. I think it will be very difficult to predict. We're just coming off the back, of course, of a Christmas break. We've got a lot of games coming up as well. Key Super Cup games coming up. Will Xavi want to not really rotate, but keep some players fresh for those big games coming later on. Of course, we do have a weekend Copa del Rey game, so you could really play a full, strong team. And, of course, heavily rotate this weekend as well. But I've gone with this lineup on the screen right now for Xavi. I think I'll go with Inaki Peña in goal. A back four of Koundé, Araujo, Christensen, and Joao Cancelo, midfield three of De Jong, Gundogan, and Roberto, and a front three of Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Ferran Torres. Now, in terms of the leaked team news, all we're hearing right now is that Ferran Torres will start and Joao Felix will be dropped, and that Roberto will start as well. That's all we're really hearing at the moment, that Joao Felix dropped, Roberto probably going to start. I think based on what we've seen, this will probably be the most likely lineup. Of course, we could see Balde come into the defense, but I feel like Xavi's going to keep it really, firm in the sense that he does not want to risk leaking goals in behind. Of course, Balde is the better fullback than Koundé, but I think Balde does have a bit of vulnerabilities when he, pushes forward and leaves that space in behind him. I think if Xavi, of course, it does make the decision. It's easier to drop Balde than drop one of Koundé, Araujo, or Christensen. I think, again, João Cancelo is a guaranteed starter. I think Raphinha and Lewandowski as well will get the start. We'll wait and see about Victor Roque appearing in this game or not. But nonetheless, this is the lineup I think that Xavi Hernandez will select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach. And I have made one change from my predicted lineup for Xavi. And I have, of course, put in Alejandro Balde. And I have taken out Jules Koundé. Now, the reason behind that is that Koundé, I think, has been shocking the past month. I know he came out against Almeria, put in a good shift, credit to him, but I don't think he's done enough to start a game. I think Balde needs that confidence, that continuity as well on the left-hand side. I think that Christensen's ball distribution as well is going to be so key in the build-up. I think if you have an Inigo Martinez, everything changes. Again, that left foot at left center back is just a game changer for Barcelona. In the midfield, I was thinking about starting Fermin Lopez, but I think, you know what, Roberto, credit where it's due. I wouldn't renew his deal, but he's done well over the past week. Let's see if he can keep on going. Again, we're probably going to play shite in this game. I was going to say, oh, Ben Roberto. The typical cycle. Front three, I agree with as well. I was thinking about Lamine Yamal. I think Raphinha needs that continuity as well. I think Ferran Torres deserves a chance, especially from the start with Joao Felix dropping to the bench. Of course, Lewandowski get a start up front. He did come back early from holidays. Let's see if he can bag some goals in this game. Everything else pretty much picks itself and it's self-explanatory. And that's the line that I was selected for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know if you're to pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? I think Barcelona will win. Will we win by 2 goals? Probably not yet. Again, I've gone Barcelona nearly winning this match 2-1. I think it's going to be, post-Christmas break, get the rhythm back, get the feeling back. I feel like we're going to score 1-0. They make it 1-1. We go full-out attack. We nick a goal 70th to 80th minute, somewhere around there, and then we just sit back and soak it all up. Again, knowing the results of the 2 big games, the Madrid game, Atletico and Girona, that will put an immense amount of pressure on Barcelona because they have to capitalize on those top teams' mistakes. And I think going into this game as well, it's not going to be easy away. A very good side in Las Palmas is no mean feat. They're a very good side. I think they beat Atletico Madrid at their home stadium 1-0 around middle of October, November time, I believe. So this will not be an easy game by any means necessary. I will be shocked if we win this game by more than 2 goals. I will probably put a good $1,000 bet that we won't. Nonetheless, though, we will wait and see. But I'm confident that Barcelona can get the win. How it's done, I have no idea, but I have gone with a 2-1 prediction. And of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. So that was my match preview for Las Palmas versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing, firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly, on those lineups. First, you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup. What do you think Xavi would go with? What would you go if you're the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me and watch the game with me. Follow after the match, my match reviews. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Big game ahead. Let's hope that Barcelona can give us back this, winning feeling, confident win, maybe win by 2 goals. But again, the 3 points is what matters most, and let's hope we can achieve that tomorrow. Take care and Forza Barca.